It's time for Blumpkin&Friends, starring your host, the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey kids, I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin, and with me here today is my friend. Say your name. Say it.
No.
Stop playing these games.
What games?
The games where you think it's funny to not say the dirty B.
Have I ever?
Yeah, one time. At the end of an episode. Fucking say it.
It's enough.
Yo, what is this bitch tripping about?
And today's special episode is about us making a baby.
Yay.
We made a baby. We might have jinxed ourselves that time we made fun of the beast for making another baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you laughing so hard. That's karma saying, yeah, that's right, bitch. We don't forget.
Roadhouse.
So basically, I'm going to talk about the whole pregnancy start to finish, because guess what, audience? The baby's already here, like weeks ago. And for the third time in a row, I was able to conceal the fact that I was having a baby. It's almost become like a game to me now to see if I can do it again. Like every time I'm like, God, I wonder if I could keep it a secret. Like for the entirety of the juice being in utero, it was a secret. And then, so I'd called my friend Nick and he didn't get my call. And he called me back. He's like, hey, what's up? So I called. How's it going? I'm like, oh, just hanging out here at Mercy Hospital. He's like, oh, what, is everything okay? I'm like, well, nah, just had a baby. He's like, a what? Baby? The fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I made a baby with my penis.
It's pretty easy to conceal when you're not the one carrying it.
It is. It's so easy for me to hide the fact that I made a baby by the fact that my stomach was not growing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the second time was also an accident. So I concealed that one too. Because I'm like, God, I wonder if I can keep this one a secret all the way to the end. And I did it. And people were like, what? No way. Because how did I announce the first one? To people after she came. The second time, I announced it via Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then this time I also announced it via Facebook. And people were like, what the fuck? You kept a baby a secret? Yeah, motherfucker, I'm good at keeping secrets. It's amazing what the world won't find out if you don't parade your business around on Twitter and Facebook and Instabang or all those other fucking stupid social media humps.
Oh, really?
So basically, here's what happened. We were watching a movie.
Let's go to prison.
And I was doing you from behind, but we were laying on our side so as to conceal the fact that we were humping. And somebody walked in. Peekaboo! And we got caught. We got caught by little E, a.k.a. Peanut, her daughter, who will be my stepdaughter. And the double sliding doors on your room opened up, and I'll never forget this. Are you okay? Why are you breathing like that? And what did you tell her?
He's rubbing my back.
You told her I was rubbing your back.
Yeah.
Like we were at such a weird angle that we were making almost like a human letter K. Like the way that the people do on Sesame Street, but without the penetration. And I was going to town on it. And I thought to myself, I probably should pull out this time. Ironically, that night. And then the next time that night you came over here and threw me around on the Thai mat to practice for your Thai yoga licensing stuff. Mm-hmm. When I banged you after Galaxy Quest. Mm-hmm. Man, movies. Movies really set the mood. Whether it's going to prison or people that used to be on a fake Star Trek-like show. Tim Allen does that for me. So, yeah, a kid has walked in on me having sex before. Thankfully, it's a kid that will be under my roof, not just some like random kid. Because that can be devastating. But in case...
Because it's not devastating
when it's somebody else's kid, I don't fucking care. I don't. It's actually hilarious. So for those wondering, like, this is the third baby you made by accident.
What?
And to that I say, I know how babies are made. You don't have to keep reminding me, going, well, you know how babies are made, don't you? Yes, I know. I put my P in a V, and I B my L. Only this time, somebody was on the pill. Mm-hmm. Unlike the beast, who I would just, wait for her period to get over and then just recklessly come all inside her and say, all right, go sit on the toilet, squeeze that out. That worked for a number of months. Like so many months. You start to get away with something like that. It's like being a kleptomaniac. You get that rush of getting away with doing something that society and logic tell you there's no way that you should not be getting in trouble for or suffering consequences from doing. I beat birth control. I'm that... I have Michael Phelps-esque swimmers. They're like, birth control, fuck you. Only they're girls, because I only make girls. So let's do math. I had 2 girls, and you had 1 girl, and then we made another girl, and that equals... Fuck! I'm going to need Xanax in 10 years. Lots and lots of Xanax. A candy necklace worth of Xanax that I can just nibble away my worries. Mm-hmm. At some point, we will have 3 teenage girls. And I will, at some point, probably have to ask any of them, hey, could you help Daddy tie a knot in this electrical cord? Or do you want to kick the chair? It's your choice.
We're an unusual family.
It's funny, laugh.
Hey, boys and girls, it's time for another Hey, boys and girls, hey, boys and girls. Hey, boys and 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 girls. It's time for another ITradio fucking fucker shitting ass tits beer.
I would never have kids because I would be afraid that they'd be too cute and they'd steal my thunder in a conversation with strangers, and I don't like being showed up like that. I'd probably fucking beat the shit out of them personally.
Let's talk about your morning sickness.
It's fun.
You did a lot of throwing up.
Yeah.
Not a lot of eating.
No.
How many pounds did you lose?
30. 27.
So by the end of your pregnancy, what was your plus or minus weight?
Till now?
Until you pooped out the kid, the entire 10 months you were pregnant. From the start, before I made a zygote inside of you.
Before you inseminated me?
Yeah. Till right before you popped. How many pounds did you gain, or what was your plus minus final weight tally?
You're making me do math.
Oh no.
It's midnight.
It's 11:23. Quit your fucking crying. You said you lost 27 pounds in the first trimester from puking.
Yeah. And I gained 11 back, I think.
Okay. So the entirety of your pregnancy, you lost weight. Mm-hmm. And both times the beast gained 50 pounds. Yeah, fuck her. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God, how much weight did you gain during your pregnancy? Pfft, negative 16 pounds, bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happens when you've got a parasite inside of you. Growing. Draining your energy. Sucking away all the vital life juices out of you. Forcing you to vomit. Like a xenomorph that grows inside of you. As the chestburster and alien. Just I kept fucking waiting for something to pop out of your belly button. Like, there's no way this is a human baby inside you. This has to be a mistake. Because 1, you were on birth control, I'm in denial. And 2, you are losing weight at an incredible rate. And that wasn't even... that was the toughest part.
Yeah.
Could you maybe be a little bit livelier of a guest? I shouldn't have to give you a line of cocaine before we come downstairs to record.
That'd be great.
Let me just go to my tackle box and break out a speedball. Why not?
Yes, that was the worst part.
We kind of waffled over the name.
For like 6 months.
Yeah. And we didn't tell anybody what we were thinking either. Like my mom knew.
I don't think anybody knew until right before.
Yeah. Why, you say? Because people will hear the name and then they'll give you their idiotic input, like, oh, is that like a family name? Like, most people, when they hear that, don't think ahead to put on a poker face if they don't like it. Mm-hmm. Like, I would never name my kid, like, something stupid. This is my baby, Xenophobia. She's a Pisces. How you spell xenophobia? That's Z-E-E-E nophobia. And there's like an apostrophe between the B and the I-A. I can't help it. As a black inmate once told me, the more fucked up your name is, the greater the odds are that your parents were teenagers when they had your ass. And I went, oh my God, that makes so much fucking sense. Like football players, like Cleanthony Edwards. How's that one? Okay, and then, of course, little E has a couple of classmates who are twin girls named Delasia and Denasia. Mm-hmm. Gotta love that Asia rhyme scheme and the apostrophes they both have.
Your older brother.
What's his name?
D'Anthony.
Is it D-E apostrophe Anthony?
I think it's D-I.
God, I hate people.
Ah, well, it was the younger ones. The younger one had a...
It was D'Artagnan.
No.
After the Three Musketeers. Okay, here's a big how-to-do with this whole thing. Telling a few people that had to know. Like, I'll never forget how much I reveled in the fact that the beast was crying when I told her.
Is there anybody that didn't cry when we told him?
My dad didn't cry.
He wasn't happy.
I couldn't tell. He kept his rage inside of him like he always does. So if he was upset with me, he didn't really say anything. It was around, what? It was around the 2-3 month mark?
Yeah, I think it was after Christmas.
I was downstairs with my mom and I told her. And, oh God, this is a great Linda story. I threatened to not bring the girls over for Christmas Day because my mom was being exceptionally bitchy, as she always is around the holidays. So, she told me via voicemail, if you don't bring the girls, if we don't see them for Christmas, I will call the beast and tell her that little thing that you didn't tell her about the dirty bee. So my mom was going to leverage outing the fact that you were pregnant, that was still a secret, to my ex as a means of trying to influence my behavior. And people wonder why I have such a hard time being around her. Like, she's lucky I even talked to her. She tried to blackmail me. Think about that shit. What a horrible human being. Who fucking does that to their own kid?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't bring my granddaughters around, even though you're mad at me for being...
Over a day for going to church.
Yeah. Basically so she could put them in Christmas dresses and parade them around with all the twice-a-year people. Like, look at my granddaughters, aren't they pretty? These are dresses I bought, and I purchased them with my Kohl's cash, and it's so precious. Look at how cute they are. It's so wonderful. Fucking eat a dick, Linda. What a piece of shit she was. But telling my dad, that was even better. And I said, have a seat. I got to tell you something. We got to talk. And I want you to be sitting down when I tell you this. He's like, okay. And here's my mom. Don't talk to your father that way. I'm like, I'm genuinely concerned he may have a heart attack or faint when I tell him this. I think at that point he knew. He probably knew. It wasn't going to be like, hey, I won the lottery, or, oh my God, did you know last week that I accidentally killed a guy and now I'm having one of those telltale heart moments where I can't stop having bad dreams about doing it, so I'm probably going to turn myself into the authorities. It was like that. What was it like when you told your parents?
Oh, Mom was pissed.
Go on.
I don't think she talked to me for a few hours.
Hours.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Anything I can do to lighten your load, baby?
Yeah, she wasn't happy.
Ah, well, get over it.
And then decided to wait to tell Dad until... Yeah, I think I was like 23 weeks.
Yeah, she waited a
22?
long time because she was afraid that he'd have a heart attack.
Well, that was after he got his pacemaker.
Yeah. Love ya, don't want to kill ya. But it happened. Again.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
I don't know who these people are out there that are always bitching and moaning that they have so much trouble conceiving a child. I'm not talking about people that are biologically dispositioned to not be able to conceive or carry a baby. I'm talking about people that are like, we're trying to have a baby. You don't have to try to have a baby. You just have to fuck. And then just come and then hope that you're fine. Just go about your life and pretend that everything's fine. Be under the assumption that all the semen just kind of fell out and none of the sperm survived. That's all it takes.
They just drop out.
Yeah. You just go to bed and rest your head in your pillow and go, man, life sure is great not having a baby and being able to do whatever I... Son of a bitch! Really? I was in denial.
Tad.
Well, how does this keep happening? I know the physical act of how it keeps happening. I'm gesturing 2 fingers into an O for okay. I'm making a pound and a snooch motion here. But it's just like, what about the birth control? The birth control pill is 99.9% effective against pregnancy. We fell into that 0.01%. A 1/100th of a percent is all my Olympic swimmers needed to permeate where your eggs were hanging out. It's just like, knock, knock. Who's there? Gotcha, bitch!
Nice analogy.
And then she says to me, I don't want to know the gender.
Why?
Because that's fucking retarded.
No.
No, not having a baby and not knowing the gender before it comes out with all the preparation you need to do, like getting a room ready. Like if you have no kids and you don't want to know, fine, whatever. We had 3 girls between us and we had only girl stuff. And there's not like an extra bedroom in this house for me to give it to a boy by himself. We would have had to shack him up with one of the females and hope to Christ they didn't keep putting dresses on him and he decided to start sucking a dick. No, you need to know. Not knowing the gender of your baby when you already have kids, that is like playing Russian roulette with your uterus. Don't shake your head. Don't
with your uterus.
It is. Because the bullet's going to come out of the chamber, i.e. the baby's the bullet, the chamber's your hooch. Well, your hooch, I guess, is the barrel and the chamber is coming from your uterus. Do you need me to draw you a map of
No.
female sexual physiology?
Really?
I mean, I feel like you know how that all works down there. Yeah. For the most part. Just fucking parasites. So she says to me, well, it's a 20-week appointment, so I'm going to go and find out the gender. But I'm not going to tell you. And I said, fuck that shit, I'm going.
No, I said I wasn't going to find out.
And I said, you're finding out.
No, you said you're going.
Yeah.
And you're going to stare at the screen. Which I think we scared the tech.
Fuck that lady. Here's the deal, audience. I made a pregnancy journal all throughout this, knowing at some point after the 10 months was up, I was going to revisit some of this material. And I'm going to read for you now my excerpts from the day that we went to find out the gender. 20 weeks. We found out the gender today. I met her after work and was beat down tired, but I wasn't going to miss this. I fought too hard to make her let me know, and although I promised to not tell her, she wouldn't let it be a secret due to worry about the security of the info. The ultrasound tech was an obese woman in her 50s who had the demeanor of a psychotic aunt forced to pop Librium by her parole officer. And my God, it took like 40 minutes of, here's the left lung, oh, and here's the right arm, and there's the kidney. And I'm pacing the fucking floor, like almost a hole in the floor. I sat down, I stood up. So I'm pacing the floor, and I would only stop every so often to cross my arms over my chest and stare at the monitor while I stroked my bearded stubble. And eventually, after about 10 minutes of speculation at what I was seeing on the screen, my suspicions were confirmed. I saw the 2 little lines, and she said, it's a girl. And apparently I'm unable to make boys. Or a baby on purpose. Let's jump ahead because I have some very specific behaviors. And now, 25 weeks. I've taken to trying to talk to the baby through her belly button. Kind of like kids with soup cans connected via string. It seems like the most direct route, I guess. I shout, baby, right into her belly, and it makes her jump. I did this with the other two, and lately Chi-Chi's also started doing it, and it's hilarious because it totally pisses the missus off. I'm going to keep going here. You may be embarrassed at some of this, but I don't care. 31 weeks. The sex is awkward. Her belly protrudes enough now that it has limited the number of positional options we have. My easiest approach is if we lay on our sides and I try to stick it in from behind. Our bodies almost make the shape of a wheelchair person on a handicap parking sign. I like a bit of oral before we go at it, but today I nearly had to get on all fours and bring my junk to her face. Terry Schiavo comes to mind. She's gotten big enough that laying in my bed requires her lying on her side at a 75-degree angle. As I watched her resting afterwards, post-coital, I mentioned how she was laying so diagonally with her ass pointed towards my pillows like, ha! I'll show you how funny farts are. Enjoy the pink eye. Her boobs are also now out of play. They're too sensitive and are leaking. What's on tap, I'm not sure, but apparently she says I should stay away. Also, the way she's taping her stomach these days with a big X made it look like there's a butterfly across her belly. I started singing Butterfly Kisses to it. Also, baby isn't kicking so much now, as much as she's doing somersaults like a fiend. What do you think of that one? Here's one that I don't remember how many weeks it was, but here's a date. April 3rd, 2017. Maybe it was humor mixed with a genuine plea for assistance, but she said I should help her shave her vagina today. Apparently she can't see it anymore, and doesn't exactly trust herself to operate by feel with a razor in her hand. I guess I thought it wasn't that bad, but when you can start to pet the pubes like a kitten, it's time to take one for the team. She doesn't like it when I stroke the hairs down there like that, but she sure laughs hard enough when I make purring noises while doing it. I almost can't read this with a straight face. During a text conversation... I'll give you a second. Are you good?
Oh, fuck off.
During a text conversation the other day, she mentioned that her vagina hurt. Hours later, I asked her if her wolf pussy was still aching. She didn't connect the dots, but I told her, it howled at me the other night. It went, "Arr!" as I stroked the hairs. Magically, it was clean shaven the next day, but I still made werewolf noises when I touched it. Yes. Are you liking these?
I don't think I remember these quite this
Fuck you. You do too. 40 weeks. Anytime now. No, seriously, this fucking kid is being stubborn little shit about it too. I got fed up and put my mouth to her belly and said, I'm putting you on notice, kid. You got 24 hours to get out of town, or else. Later the next night, I was at work and the time limit had been up for hours, and all I could think was, little shit called my bluff. It's not even out of the womb and she's already given me sass.
Shut up! You don't know nothing.
June 3rd, 2017. Induced at 2 p.m. I woke up at 1:58 p.m. and was told to come to the hospital. I ate and showered, but when I got there, nothing was happening. So after a few hours, I went to Target to get groceries, and then I went home to work out. And a few more hours at the hospital, and then I went to Subway for an Italian BMT. I said, I'm going to go get a sandwich. You girls have fun. I'll be back.
Since I couldn't eat.
Right. It was like 85 degrees out, and I was already sweating like a whore in church, so why not help me get the meat sweats? And then after it happened, I got sing-songy. After it happened being once you pooped out the baby. And I came up with this song, and it's to the tune of Bare Necessities from the Jungle Book. Oh, God. Do you remember this?
You're singing?
Did I sing it for you, or did I
No.
only write it down?
You did not sing it.
Okay, you're going to want to cover your mouth. Don't laugh. 'Cause it's time for the delivery, so touch your chest to both your knees. It's time to shoot a baby out your cooch. You'll feel a burning tiny pinch as your vagina tears an inch. At least the final stitch count was just 2. And now, Jeremy Irons raps.
They grow fast. One day she's your little princess. Next day she talking boy business. What is this? They say the coolest players and foulest heartbreakers in the world. God gets us back. He makes us have precious little girls.
That was Jeremy Irons raps.
You're listening to Blumpkin&Friends.
So here's how it happened when we had the baby. I got sick of waiting. They gave you a shot of something to calm you down to go to sleep. And then I put in earplugs and went to take a snooze on the uncomfortable fold-out couchy bed thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm laying there. And I hear, ow, ow. And I kind of opened one eye all Popeye style, like, God, if I get up, I'm probably not going to be able to go to sleep. She's going to make me stand there. She's already been having these. I'm sure she's fine.
Since not even an hour, about an hour after I was only a 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that it was like 9:50 at nightish, around theirs, and I heard, ow, oh my God, get the nurse, wake up, help. So I woke up, I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, and I pulled out my earplugs, I go dashing out the room, and I'm like, hey, we need assistance, and then I hit the button to page for the nurse. I'm like, yeah, we need you in here. And in comes your nurse, and she goes, what's going on? And you said,
I feel like I have to poop.
I feel like I have to poop. Ever eloquent in crunch time. You were like the Shakespeare of dilation. So the lady lifts up the sheet, and then she lifts up your gown to look at your sniz, and she goes, oh my God, we're having a baby. And then she calls the other 3 ladies into the room, and they come in, and it was over in like 8 minutes flat. From the time I hit the page button to the time you were done passing that giant stone, that was like 8 minutes. And as you're getting ready, they told you to push. They're like, all right, grab her knees, grab one of her knees and pull them. I don't want to see her downstairs. I don't want to see down there. And then I put my head on your shoulder, and we were both kind of shaking. Me, because I was trying to hold in the emotion, and I was scared I'd see your vagina explode. And you, because your vagina was exploding. And then a baby shot out. And they're like, do you want to cut the cord? I'm like, no. And then they showed you the baby, and then I had to take a picture of the clock for your mom.
Did you actually take one?
Yeah, I did, but I never sent it to her. Fuck that shit. And then I took a picture of your placenta in the bedpan. Mm-hmm. And then I posted it to the Doug Stanhope Facebook group for all to see. Mm-hmm. How do you like them apples?
It was quick.
It was quick.
She barely got her gown tied.
Well, let's just say that, holy shit.
At least I didn't poop on the table.
Well, I was kind of hoping for some poop, but to see the poop, I'd have to see your destroyed vajayjay and...
Oh my God!
So guess what? It's the portion of the episode where it's time to play a game. Shit. And we got a baby upstairs sleeping. Plus little E is up in her new bunk bed. In the interest of not waking up the girls, it's time to play Guess Who Karaoke Roulette.
Guess Who Karaoke Roulette.
Do you remember how the game works?
Yeah.
I have 5 clues about a mystery person. You get 3 guesses to figure out who it is. You can guess at any time if you think you know it. However, there is an incentive to wait till the end of all the clues to guess, where if you think that you're close, but you want to narrow it down to only one guess, you can trade 2 of your guesses, 2 of the strikes, in for a 6th clue. That pretty much gives it away and means I have to sing. For if you don't guess it, you have to sing.
Better hope I guess it.
You better hope you guess it. I don't give a shit if you have to sing. Fucking serve you right.
For what?
Not having birth control that works.
Really?
We have 3 bedrooms in this house, and there are 4 children. Plus us. 6 into 3 equals fuck. Don't yawn. All right, without further ado. Clue number 1. First appeared in 1949 in the short cartoon Quack-a-Doodle-Doo. Clue number 2. Featured in the pages of Harvey Comics. Clue number 3. Was a supporting character in segments on the show Casper and Friends. Clue number 4. Was an adult-sized child. I like that you're furrowing your brow with wonder. You're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Clue number 5. Known for wearing a bonnet and giant diaper. Would you like me to repeat the clues?
Mm-mm.
Would you like to make a guess?
Mm-mm.
You have to make a guess.
Is it Baby Huey?
Oh my God, she got it on the first guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means I have to sing.
Oh, darn.
Dang it.
You're so heartbroken.
It's like... Good thing I have these lyrics and this song with the backtrack already waiting. Yeah, it was a foregone conclusion that I was going to be the one to sing, so you can S a D. So now I must sing, so I'm going to sing Madonna's Papa Don't Preach, because it seems fitting for our situation, and because, I had to tell my dad, which was not fun. And I'd like to think that it might have possibly ruined his Thanksgiving dinner, because that's when I told him. Otherwise, I'm going to keep with Blumpkin&Friends tradition, and I'm going to sing a parody of it with my own lyrics that I wrote. How about that? So, here goes. Papa, I know you're going to be upset, 'cause this shit keeps on happening. Well, you should know by now I'm a sniz-loving savage. I can't help my stellar fertility, so don't just glare disapprovingly. We did it hundreds of times, that's a pretty good average. Thought that I could have myself a guiltless thrill, relied on the fact that she was on the pill. We're in an awful mess, and I don't mean maybe. Please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. We're keeping this baby. Who gonna keep this baby? She says that we should probably get hitched. Don't worry, she's not dumb like that other bitch. Maybe we'll be alright. I'm crossing my fingers. The bachelor life, I'm finally giving up. Thanks in part to my love of busting a nut. Don't be like Mom and berate me with disparaging singers. Please, Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble, dear. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. We're gonna keep this baby. Ooh, yeah. Dad, I hate when you brood silently like that. Nod your head if you're having a heart attack. There's a silver lining at least. She's not the beast. She's not the beast. Papa, don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Papa, don't preach. I've been losing sleep, but I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. We're gonna keep this baby. Oh, yeah. I mentioned this to other people. I get so sweaty when I sing for the show. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the pressure of performing, even though I could totally re-record it later and make it sound better. I'm very warm. I'm moist.
Ew.
I'm damp.
Since you just took a shower, too.
I just took a shower after jogging. It was very sweaty and humid outside. My balls were awash in a sea of sweat. And now we're going to go lay in bed. The bed that I had to reinforce. Because it might have broke. I guess I got a little overzealous the first time that we were going to make the whoopee again. As we were having fun time, we heard a pop. And I thought your head hit the headboard. And then I questioned whether my head hit the headboard. And then weeks later, we come to find out that one of the bed brackets broke. Like we snapped a screw. The strength of our love is so great that even the strongest of brass-coated hardware cannot withstand it. I stormed the gates of your downstairs and knighted you as I unsheathed my sword upon thee. And then I totally Game of Thrones'd all over you. Because if I do it inside of her right now, we're going to end up with what Nurse Ashley likes to call so lovingly a set of Irish twins. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Because we'll probably have to throw that one away. We can't afford it. Well, we can't afford this one, but a fifth one. Yeah, somebody's going to be purchasing a white baby off of Craigslist. All right, have a good life. Hope your parents don't beat you or nothing. Don't come find me in 18 years. That's going to be an awkward conversation. That would be terrible to give a baby up for adoption and then have to talk to it later in life. I couldn't imagine what that would be like. I would hate to be in a position to do that. Thank God nobody I know ever gave up a child they made in high school and then had to meet it later down the line and introduce it to the rest of its kids. If it sounds like I'm being overly specific to out somebody without outing somebody, I'm doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm laying it on pretty thick. Yeah. It's Loverboy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my friend.
No, which one? No. Sleazy E, Little Miss Lady Footlocker herself, no.
Yeah.
It's gonna grind my pussy on your toes. Feels so good. You can't rape feet. Dave Chappelle said it in his new special. You can't rape feet. I like to fuck feet, he says. Not like somebody puts their feet together while I'm fucking their feet, but like just if they're asleep and their feet happen to be there. You know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in between there. I'm going to do my thing.
Is this a stare down now?
Birth control. Birth control.
Mm-hmm.
What did the doctor tell you about birth control?
What?
What was it? Either wrap it or keep it out of there?
Use a condom or be abstinent.
Don't fucking tell me what to do. Don't act like you're smarter than me.
That was just for a week.
Hat tricks worth of accidental children. Which I'm going to close on this joke. We were at the store, me and the Juice and Chi-Chi, and we talked about, I forget what the hell she was talking about. She's like, accidents happen, Daddy. They happen. I'm like, I know they do. You and your sister are walking, breathing proof of that. And this other lady walked by and was like, what? What can I say? I'm a bastard. Interact with the show on Twitter at Blumpkin Show. That is at Blumpkin Show. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Blumpkin&Friends. We are on YouTube. That's where you're listening to us. So like and subscribe. I'm the Reverend Johnny Blumpkin.
Dirty B. Love you.
I was going to try to guilt trip. Yeah, love you too. I was going to guilt trip you. I put a fucking ring on your finger. You better give me that name. Good night.